Alright, it is once again range day. I'm going to meet Terry, a guy that I throw darts with here at the Modern Sportsman out in Burnsville, Minnesota. We're going to pop a few caps. I just realized I didn't bring any ammo at all. Not a single round. So I got to go in here and buy ammo. Hope they have a deal on like 500 or 1,000 rounds or something. I don't know if I'll get any video. I'll probably get a little video in there. We'll see. I was going to bring my CZ Scorpion, but I was already carrying enough crap, and I just said screw it. So that'll be a thing for another day. I'm sure Terry and I will get out here again at some point. So next time I'll bring it. So here we are at the range. I really dislike M&Ps, but Terry brought his Shield Plus, and I can say I don't hate it. I don't hate it. This might cost me money. Thanks, Terry. Still not a Glock, but it's not bad. I got a full. It's not bad at all. Punching the bullseye. Punching. Hey, keep it down over there. Punching the bullseye, and I like it. That wasn't the Shield though. That was one of my Glocks. But no, I don't hate this little thing at all. I kind of really like it. I might have to have one. I might have to have one of those. Now you're costing me money, dickhead. Well done, sir. Well done. All right. Further update on the Osight. What is it? The C? The Osight C that I put on my counterfeit Glock. It's all custom built, nothing. The only part that's Glock when I shoot it is the magazine I put in it. Everything else is aftermarket. Now for the NAZIs, the safety NAZIs, these are both completely clear. There's nothing in the chamber. There's no magazines. Everything's bueno. Whenever I make a video, firearms are cleared 100%, unless I'm at the range shooting. Then of course, you know, it's hard to shoot them without any ammo in them. So I put new night sights on the Glock 19 because I was looking at getting a compact pistol that would take a little red dot, a little optic. I decided against it because screw it, I'll just keep carrying my Glock 19, right? Old Faithful, it's been working forever, no issues. So I bought new night sights and I put it on it. Put them on. I went shooting Saturday with a friend of mine that I throw darts with. And he was telling me that, oh, I have this Shield Plus that I bought like a year ago and I've never shot it, so I'm excited to shoot it. And I, whatever. Shields. I don't like shields. I don't like the triggers. I don't like the way they feel in my hand. I don't like anything about them. I'm just a Glock guy. Glocks work for me. That's all. So that's, I don't, whatever. I don't care. Bring it. Who cares? So we go, oh, excuse me. We get out there to shoot. And then he brought his, I don't know, H&K VP9 or whatever the hell that was. I shot that. Whatever. Don't care. Glock is better. Then he had an M&P Compact, I think it was. 9mm as well. I don't know if I even shot that one. Maybe I did. If I did, it did not impress me because I don't even remember shooting that at all. And I just don't like M&Ps. I do not like them. And I'm not saying they're bad pistols. I'm not saying I'm not bashing them. Personally, for me, I just don't like them. That's all. Give me a Glock, I'm happy, right? Give me a Glock. Hell yeah. Best pistol anybody ever made. These have sold more than any other goddamn handgun in the friggin' history of the world. I mean, who knows how many millions and millions and millions of these have gone out, and they're probably all still working just fine. Just great pistols. They're awesome. Well, he breaks out that Shield Plus. I'm looking at it. Okay, whatever. He had some 115 grain ammo, and I shot it, and it was consistently shooting low. I'm like, well, typical M&P, whatever. But I kind of liked it. It felt, good in my hand. I don't say I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. Let's say that much. So then, as we keep shooting, well, then he breaks out some 124 or 134 grain. It was hotter stuff. And I shot it again, and I noticed, look at that, right to point to aim. I mean, fits my hand nice. I like it. I don't like it. I don't hate it. So I kept picking it up and racking it and dry firing it, just looking at it. And I shot it some more. And I made a decision that I don't hate it. And I might have to become the proud owner of one. And that might be my new carry pistol. And now his wasn't set up for, it didn't have night sights, and it did not have, doesn't have an optics cut. Well, I got home, and of course, first thing I do is jump on the internet and start to looking around. It was like $479. I can get one with the optics cut, night sights, no safety, and 6 magazines, a 10-rounder and 5 13-rounders. I think it was $479. I'm thinking, geez, I don't know. I kind of want it. So that might become a thing. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. A lot of times I'm going to buy that. I want that, and then I think about it for a while, and then I say, I forget. I don't need it. I'm not going to do it. But this one might be different. I might have to do this one. So we'll see. I have a mint 3rd generation G17 that just sits in the safe. Love it. It's a great pistol. I doubt it has 500. I'm sure it doesn't have 500 rounds to it. It might have 250 or 300 or something. Beautiful pistol. Great. Love it. But it just sits in the safe. So that might go away for a Shield Plus. We'll see. I'm going to hold off. Now, this one, and in the other video, I was saying I bought one of those Talon grips to put on it. I can't even tell it's there. I suppose it's not. I don't see it to be a benefit in any way, shape, or form. It feels exactly the same with or without it. It doesn't give me any extra traction or grip or anything. It's just as slippery as the plastic. I'll probably go back to my safety tape thing that I would always do because it just works better. If I do that, it'll come off. If I decide to I'm not going to do that, then I'll just leave it on there because I don't think it's a detriment. I don't see it to be any benefit of any kind. I really don't. That's another thing. It's just a preference thing. I know, like Hickok 45 raves about those things. They're so awesome, blah, blah, blah. They're one of his sponsors, but he really does truly like them, and that's a personal thing. I know he's not just saying that because they're a sponsor. He likes those. And that's great. So we all have things that we like and we can get and use. And but on the if I get that Shield Plus, I might do one of those Hogue hand-all things. That it's a rubber sleeve that goes over that. I've always loved the Hogue products, and that seems to me that would definitely make it fatter and grippier, and I think that would work way better than this. This, like I say, I don't know. It'll probably come off, and I'll just do my safety ladder tape thing on it again, because that, I feel that that worked a lot better. This is just about as slippery as the plastic. I don't know. And I shoot fine without it, but it just worked a little better with that safety tape on there. It just gave me a little extra friction, and it didn't matter what hand but I grabbed it with. If I was holding it with the right hand or with the left hand, and then my fingers would be wrapped around that, and it would be right on that. It'll work fine. I had it on both sides. When I carried in the holster, that stuff would grate on me. So I took it off the left side, but even with on one side, it worked fantastic. So this one, so the optic, I did about 200 rounds on Saturday. Probably more than that. I'll say 200 rounds and about 50-50. So this one got like another 100 rounds with the optic on it. The optic is still on. It's still fine. It's still, you know, holding on. I haven't had to adjust it. It hasn't lost any zero. It hasn't moved. It's not anything. So, which is what this video, I make these videos and they're always supposed to be just about this, but I always get off point and talk about every other thing I can possibly drudge up in my slow brain. But no, the optic is working great. And if I do that Shield Plus, I will probably do the Osight SE. I might even do a green one, although I don't know. I might do, just to have consistency, I might get the one, because they make one that has this same reticle, I believe, with the either the I keep trying to catch this on video, and I'm sure I'm not lining it up right, or so maybe I'll just move the camera around a little bit. I don't know. And I know it's not going to focus on it anyway. It's just going to look like a red blob. But you can get just the red dot, or you can do the halo thing around it, or you can do the halo with the red dot. And I kind of prefer just the halo, just the you know, I kind of like that. The red dot, just the little tiny red dot, my eyes, yeah, that's kind of, but this makes it a lot better. Even my eyes, if I take my glasses off, it's just a big red blob. I can't see anything. So, but I guess at least it's bigger. I can pick it up. Maybe the green one is 6 MOA. I believe this one is 3 or 2, whatever it is. So that might be better, but I don't know. And I kind of want to keep things consistent. If I want it to look like this one, because this is the one I'm used to shooting, and then both of them will be the same and all that kind of stuff. But I finally remembered to pick up my CLP so I can scrub these, give these things a spit shine. Neither one of these has been cleaned for hundreds and hundreds of rounds. This one probably hasn't been cleaned in 3 or 4 years, and I haven't been shooting that much, but I know I put several hundred rounds through this thing in the last 3 or 4 years, and it has not been scrubbed at all. I haven't cleaned it at all. But it's a Glock, and that's what they're made to do. They just work. You can shoot them dry all, you know, for 30 years, and they're just gonna work. That's just how they're made. But so I may have misspoken when I said in my other video, now I haven't shot the G43X yet, which is another contender for, so I just want to at least go up to the gun shop and pick one up and feel it, because that Shield Plus, now here's the other thing. So Shields have those hinged trigger things, and I really, really do not like them at all. I really don't like that. The Shield Plus has a much more like a Glock trigger, although it is one of those wide flat things, and I don't like this one has, which I don't like, although I did on Saturday, I didn't really notice it. I didn't really notice the difference this time, so I guess I'm just kind of getting used to it. But instead of having that, I'd rather have this, the factory Glock trigger. You're going to call me crazy, but I like the factory Glock triggers. And I have one laying around here somewhere. I have a complete frame with all the parts installed around here somewhere. And I can just swap that out to this one and make it. Then I'll have an actual Glock part on it, I guess. But I just don't like that. But this time out shooting it, I really didn't notice it. So I guess I'm just getting used to it. But and then this one, after putting the night sights on it, we got there and I got out the great big rubber block and a chair and I sat down and I put 5 rounds dead center mass, and it was just a tiny. It was a hole. It was boom. So I got no adjustment needed there. I got them straight the first time. Remember the first time I put them on, I didn't have a tool at the time. I had a guy at the range, the guy who owned the range, do it. I went out and shot it, and I don't remember, it was shooting right or left or whatever, and I came out, can you just tap that over a little bit? And he did, and he tapped it over, and I went out, and it was dead center, good to go. So this time I just looked at how far it was on each side from the sight to the edge of the thing, and that's where I put them. You know, I put these, they're the same exact night sights, and I put these on exactly the same, pushed this one in exactly the same, as far as I could tell with my naked eye, and apparently that was perfect, because it just right down it was perfect. It wasn't high, it wasn't low, it wasn't right, it wasn't left, it was dead center mass. So just a little update on basically on the site, and then me just babbling about stupid stuff that nobody cares about. If I get, and I'll do more when I get more rounds to this thing. And Terry, he said he hadn't been shooting for like a year, and he was all excited, and he's like, well, I think I want to make this a monthly thing. Are you up for that? And I'm like, well, yeah, I've been here like 4 or 5 times in the last month, so yeah, just let me know. We'll go. It's not an issue. Oh, cool. I want to go every month. Okay, cool. We'll do that. So we'll get out there again. I will shoot that. God, I keep forgetting the name of it. The Shield Plus. I will shoot his again, unless I have one by the next time we go shooting. And I mean, it's not a big, I can just buy it right now, other than I have to go get a purchase permit or a carry permit to pick it up or whatever. But I'd rather, I have so many firearms, and I want to start getting rid of a bunch of them anyway, because I really just don't shoot that much anymore. I'm going to keep some around because I still shoot some, but not like I used to. So, or maybe I'll buy it and then sell that later. I don't know. I love that G17. I was never going to sell it. And I bought it from some guy in a parking lot before they passed that stupid law here in Minnesota where it's got to go through a dealer and transfer and stuff. I mean, I bought that thing years and years ago. And so I didn't do any paperwork on it. You know, nobody's ever going to know about that. But still, I don't shoot it. It sits in the safe, and the thing's beautiful. It's mint. There's not a scratch, not a nick, nothing on it. So I'm figuring I can get some pretty good dough for that, and then go get my Shield Plus. But I kind of would like to shoot Terry's again first. But by the time we left there, I put a target out there, and I loaded up 5 rounds and basically just fired as fast as I possibly could, and they were all dead center mass. You know, for the most part. It was a little while, but they're all center mass, but pretty much dead center. So I think I can get used to it, and it would be a good carry, and then I can put that Osight SE on it. Then I got to find a holster and all that kind of crap. Put enough rounds through it to make sure it's reliable. I know a lot of guys, well, I got to have at least 1,000 rounds to it before I'll say it's reliable. Whatever. 300 rounds with some hollow points, and it works. Well, you know, usually if it's going to break right out of the box. Well, maybe, or you know, every round you fire takes it closer to the end of its life. I mean, it's a mechanical thing. Sooner or later, something's going to wear out. So put 1,000 rounds through it. Oh no, that's reliable. And then when you need it one day and you pull it out, and the first round it bang and the slide flies off or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't see especially now in this day and age with all the CNC machining and all this, how precision everything is, I don't see needing to put 1,000 rounds through anything to dub it as being reliable. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just don't see it. The modern marvels they're coming out with, and you know, we're in a great time for firearms. They're coming out with such good stuff, and there's options for everybody. That's the thing, you know, and that's why I'm not bashing M&Ps. I'm just saying I don't like them, and that's all. And I know I've talked to a lot of people. Oh, I love M&Ps. I can't stand Glocks. Okay, well, good thing they make them both then, because then we can both have what we want. You know what I mean? So, and I don't pretend to be any expert. I've owned pretty much every brand of firearm you could ever imagine, and all calibers and shapes and sizes and everything else. So I have experience, but I'm not any kind of an expert or anything. But I have a lot of experience and knowledge, and I know how to disassemble just about any firearm on earth and put it back together. And you know, I've never taken apart an M&P. I owned one for a short period of time. I got a Shield 40, and I just could not. That was like when they first came out, so the 1.0 or whatever, the first version of them, and I just didn't like it. Plain and simple, that thing had to go away. And you know, maybe if I'd kept it longer and shot it more, maybe I'd have warmed up to it. But I can't stand those hinged triggers. Those things are terrible. They're just, I understand with new generations that they've gotten the trigger better. I don't even know if they still make them with those stupid hinged triggers. Do they all have that nice one like the Plus has? I don't know. But just letting you know what's going on with me. I'm sure you don't care, but and just, you know, letting you know about the site. Mine's been really good. I'm guessing after Saturday I got to be up to at least 700 rounds to it with the Osight on there, and it's working fine. It's not. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. Never flickered. Never turned off. Never hasn't shifted zero. It just works, and you know, that could change. But this is just a range toy. I don't think I would ever carry this. I mean, I might, but I don't know. I guess I would carry this instead. It's a full-on Glock. I trust it. It's going to work. It's going to be working. I only have one child, my daughter, and she doesn't want kids ever. So, but if she had kids, I'm sure I could hand that down to, here you go, Jimmy. Take that and frickin', you know, put 40, 50, 60,000 rounds through it and then give it to your kid, you know. They just work. And anybody says they don't, that's just ridiculous. Will they break a guide rod or something sooner or later? Yeah, this one won't. This one's got a steel one in it, but I've got plastic ones. I've got several extras around, because this guide spring actually uses a factory. So you take a factory Glock guide rod, you cut it off, you take the spring off and put it on here. So it uses a factory spring. But I have several around somewhere. I can order some more, whatever. They're not that expensive, and just to have extra springs around, although in my lifetime, I doubt I will ever put enough rounds through this to wear out that spring. I highly doubt it, especially at my age. I mean, I'm just not, it's not going to happen, I'm sure. But Osight, working great. Finally get to give these guys a bath and spit shine them up a little bit. Not that I don't really care that what's going to happen, you know. I don't shoot lead through them, so the barrels aren't leaded. You're not supposed to shoot them through the factory barrel. I don't know if this one I think just has traditional rifling. I don't think this has the polygonal. So I think I can shoot lead through that one all day long. I'll bet money on that. I'm pretty sure it is a, I always forget the name. I always forget everything. Why is my brain so clouded? Whatever. It's a company that makes suppressors. I forget the name of it. But there you go. They're working fine. Optic is working fine. That's what's supposed to be the main purpose of this whole thing. And again, like I say, I just start blabbing senseless BS, whatever. But I'm pretty good at it, so, you know. Anyway, safe shooting and see if you can't hit the bullseye. We'll see you on another one.